Good morning. It is 7:30 in the morning. Today is the day that I have my biopsy for my left breast. I'm a bit nervous, but positive vibes for the baby. Don't want to give the baby any of that anxiety. So we're going in this, positive, with the impression that, it's just, something benign that can be drained. But yeah, I'm heading inside because I'm getting impatient waiting. My appointment is in like half an hour. They said for me to come early. Might squeeze me in earlier than 8 o'clock. So I'll go inside. I just got finished eating my breakfast in the car because I had to drop off Dad early this morning before coming here. So yeah, wish me luck. Enough time has passed today that I can finally take a shower since the biopsy. So I'm gonna take off some of my bandages now for the shower, and I'll show you guys the wound as well. This right here is from the IV drip. The nurse had kind of butchered it, like really bad. Like there's like blood oozing everywhere, and it hurt. And you can tell that she was new. She was very nice, but very nice, very sweet, very kind. She just needed more practice putting in the needle for IVs. Anyways, it was pretty sore all day last night. As you can see too, I don't mean to get too gory or too graphic, but this is the first layer that she put on, and it was literally like this when she put it on. She's like, "Okay, you're good to go," and my arm was still dripping blood. I'm like, "Can I have a new gauze? Cause I'm not, just so I don't walk out here dripping blood." Oh yeah, sure, of course. And then she put this right on top of it. Anyway, it dried. Obviously, as you can see, it stopped bleeding. You can see kind of like where she punctured it. Really, where the needle was. It's right here. It's like a little dark spot. It's not sore anymore. It's pretty good. The other one is on this side, which is a biopsy. They put a regular band-aid over the 3 strips, as you guys can see. I'm gonna just take off the regular band-aid because it's already peeling anyways from my clothes. Keeps getting caught on it, and there's blood on it too. So I'm gonna take that off before I take a shower as well. Yeah, it's coming off pretty easily. So that's what it looks like right now. As you can see, that's where they had entered in for the biopsy. They said that I could take a shower with these tapes on to not take them off. They'll come off by themselves after like 4 days. So I'm gonna take my shower now because I desperately needed it. I desperately need it right now. Even like yesterday, because I couldn't use deodorant because I have like the spray deodorant. Couldn't use it for the operation. But yeah, so now I can finally take a shower. And I still feel pain on this side, obviously, because it is the next day. They did call me today, surprisingly, and say that they did get the lab results back today, and they're faxing them over to my OB. So hopefully we have some good news. So I just wait for the call from my OB. Since it is pretty late, I probably won't hear back from them until the next business day or next week. So yeah, I'll take my shower and we'll talk more afterwards. Okay, so I just finished the shower. It went actually pretty well. A lot better than I thought. Better than I expected. As you can see, I'll show you guys real quick. You can see that the tape still stayed on. So even though it got wet, it still stayed on. It's not going anywhere, which is great. So now we're just gonna get changed and see you guys downstairs.
What's going on, guys?
It's Chontelle here. We're back with another video.
Well, you kind of started this vlog already, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chontelle had her biopsy, her breast cancer screening. What would you call it? Breast cancer screening? Breast cancer biopsy. So yeah, guys, Chontelle's a little bit quiet still because she's still recovering. She had a rough day yesterday. Today she's just been laying on the couch. And
Sorry. Sorry.
I know, babe, I'm boring, but you know, you don't have to show it to everybody, okay? But yeah, so I had to take care of Chontelle. Be working.
He's been an angel.
Dishes, cooking for you.
Yeah, he's been my rock, I guess.
You wanna
my other half.
you wanna tell CD family what happened to you yesterday with the biopsy and everything?
We never even talked about what the biopsy is for. So, biopsy came about because I felt like I was having some pains in my chest. Initially, I thought it was, you know, like just like the body, like changes in the body from the pregnancy and stuff. Maybe like it was just something like they were just growing or whatever, you know, normal part of pregnancy. But my left side hurt more and it felt weird, but I wasn't too sure because this is again our first pregnancy. So I just brought it up to my gynecologist when I had went for one of the checkups. She checked and she was like, it feels a little bit dense on this side. I'll just schedule you for a ultrasound, a breast ultrasound, just in case, you know. And when I went for the breast ultrasound, they said they had found 2 cysts in my left breast. At first, it was pretty shocking, and I was getting pretty emotional. Not gonna get emotional right now. Try not to.
Had enough emotions for
yeah,
couple weeks,
it came to terms with,
days.
you know, it's not good for the baby for me to do that, to break down like that anymore. But anyways, they scheduled the biopsy, which was after they found the 2 cysts. They said that one was the one they're not too worried about because it's like super small. The other one was abnormally large, so that's the one they're more concerned about, and they want to do a biopsy to see if it's benign or not. They did the biopsy, and that was a whole different story. I thought it was going to go smoothly the way they were explaining things, but it did not go smoothly, guys. It did not go smoothly. Not only did they butcher the whole entire, the area, because, you know, can't have, you know, anything that puts me to sleep because I'm pregnant. So they had to do local anesthesia, so general anesthesia. They had to do local, so they used lidocaine and injected the area to numb the area before they had, you know, sliced open and took the tissue samples. And when they sliced me open, I didn't feel anything. When they went in to snip and stuff, I felt everything. I was screaming and crying. They took it out and they're like, oh, you still feel that? Is it like a pressure pain or a sharp pain? So I'm like, it's a sharp pain. I feel everything. So then they're like, okay, we're gonna numb you up again. This time we'll do a better job at numbing you. I'm sorry about that. Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm like, Samantha, inconvenience. So then,
well, you were there like screaming and crying.
Yeah.
In pain.
I was like, what the heck? They're like, you know, if you want to, we can understand if you want to stop here, you know, believe it or not, we're not here to hurt you. We're not your enemy. We're here for you. I'm sitting there like crying, bawling my freaking eyes out. And then like after a while I calmed down. I'm sitting there thinking like, do I leave or do I just like, cause you know they already took one tissue sample. I'm not coming back here again for them to slice me open again and just experience this whole thing again. So then I was like, all right, go. So then they did the numbing. They double checked, made sure, I did not feel anything. And then when they went in, I was already like traumatized at that point, So like just like the fact that they were going in there and like so that you could still, it didn't like hurt like the first time like crazy like that, but you still feel the pressure, you still feel it moving, and like by that point you already like know what that pain was, already know what that pain is of them like going in there cutting and stuff. So it was just traumatizing. Just like they had to take 6 samples and they only took 1. That was like the first one, so they had to go back in 5 more times, and I was just done with it by that point, But yeah, so because of that, I guess like I was freaking out so much that for like 2 hours straight after the surgery, I was vomiting, and it's like a metallic taste. And I called them back, and I was like, hey, is it normal for me to be, vomiting like this and metallic taste? They're like, oh, I don't think it has anything to do with the biopsy. Call your OB. So I called them. They're like, oh, it's possible that lidocaine got into your bloodstream, if it continues, head to the hospital, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there freaking out, like, lidocaine in bloodstream, looking, and it's like, oh, you, like, all this bad stuff about, like, getting, in your bloodstream stuff. So, I messaged Dan, I called Dan, freaking out and stuff, and then he's like, pick me up, so I picked him up from work, and he drove me to the hospital. We went to the hospital. And after being there for a while, the doctor summed it up to...
For a while?
What do you mean for a while?
For 5 hours probably to spend in the hospital.
Yeah, it was over 4.5 hours. It was over 4.5 hours. Now that is a whole entire different story in itself. In the waiting area, that story time is a whole different story time. But anyways, aside from that point, the doctor basically summed it up to me having like a panic attack or anxiety. That's what caused the whole entire vomiting, the metallic taste. I had a really bad panic attack, I guess. But after that, like realizing that was just from like me being like, very stressed and stuff. I was like, wow, like this is really, really not good for the baby. It's really not good.
You don't even like needles, so it's not surprising you get a panic attack.
I hate needles. I hate going to the doctor. I have what's called white coat syndrome, which is, if you do not know, it's like whenever you see a doctor, whenever you go into the doctor's office and stuff, your blood pressure automatically like spikes up, and you're just nervous. You're nervous, and you're at the doctor's. You're nervous. You're getting a little bit of anxiety. I already had that when I was going in for the biopsy. But in my head, I was like, I knew it. I knew these doctors. Oh, and then at the hospital, they gave me a nurse that was new. She was so sweet. She was very kind, but she definitely needs, like I said, she's definitely needed some practice, injecting needles and setting up the IV drip, because she literally butchered my arm, you guys. She butchered my arm. She not only did it hurt and stuff, I told her it was hurting and stuff. She's like, really? And she was like rearranging and stuff. And then
blood gushing out from the...
I felt blood drip, like gush, like I felt it going down. Like it wasn't even like a couple drops. It was just running down my arm. And I looked down when she left. She's like, okay, you're all set. When she had set the IV drip, I looked down, and the tape that they put over the needle for the IV drip, it was just covered in blood. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then when it came to leaving her, and then she came back to take out the IV, I was like, oh no. Then she came back to take out the IV drip. Remember? And then the blood she took the thing off, and the blood was gushing down and stuff again. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she had taped it up with the gauze, and I looked down. She's like, okay, you're good to go. I looked down, the gauze is already covered. It's already filled with blood. I'm like, can I have a new gauze? Because, I don't want to walk out here dripping blood. And she's like, oh, yeah, sure.
I mean, at least you get the IV drip.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but then like I told him like a good thing I said this side, in all reality, because like if she did it on this side, I'm already hurting on this side. I'm like, oh my gosh. But trying to put on my jacket, I was like,
technically you should have done it on your left side, because your left side is technically like bad already. So, but yeah, we're still waiting for the results of the cancer screening. So
yep,
gotta keep our hopes up.
positive vibes.
Everything's good.
But I'm tired. Dan's been nothing but amazing during this whole thing. I felt so bad. He left work early, just to take me to the hospital, and he was there with me, the whole entire time. When we came home, he was taking care of me. He cooked me dinner. He's been, picking up everything around the house. The laundry, the dishes, the cleaning, the organizing everything. Making sure that I'm okay, making sure that I'm comfortable. I couldn't sleep in the bed. I can't sleep in the bed for maybe a couple more days because I can't lay on this side. It has to heal, and I'm a wild sleeper. So I had to sleep on the couch, and last night was pretty bad.
Yeah, I was sleeping on the floor.
Yeah, and Dan was sleeping on the floor because didn't have our air mattress. We had lent it out to someone, but yeah, so Dan was sleeping on the floor in the living room while I was sleeping on the couch, and yeah.
But baby, you're my wife.
I'll be.
I made a deal.
Did
So
make a deal.
when they cut my boob open, you owe me one.
What do you mean when they cut your boob? What the?
Yeah, guys, we'll keep you posted of everything what's gonna happen when we get the result. I guess that's it for this video. It's pretty late. We're both tired. It's been a long week. It's gonna be even longer week probably next week.
This is just a rough month in general for me, you guys. I had my cavity fillings, I had this biopsy, the whole entire butchering of the IV drip, and now upcoming this month, I have my tooth extraction. So not too many surgeries going on, man. The problem is that, aside from the biopsy, the whole entire dental stuff, it was scheduled for when we came back from Finland, but I couldn't do it because, we found out that we were pregnant, and the dentist said, no, can't do it.
Okay.
No general anesthesia. We ain't knocking you out. So
drug free.
I can't even get my wisdom. I had scheduled when we came back for me to get my wisdom teeth taken out because I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth, and I can't even do that. Anyways, you guys, thank you for listening to our spiel. Our spiel on the situation at hand.
We'll keep you guys posted.
Yes.
If you're new, make sure you're subscribed. If you haven't yet, also smash the like button for good luck.
Yes, I need it. Good luck.
And we'll see you guys in our next video.
Peace.
Peace.